Like no doubt, but Ty Lue and Brad Stevens, the head coaches in this one, they come at it from different places.
They do. Ty Lue is more of a manager, but Brad Stevens is an innovator. There's no doubt about it. When you watch the way Brad Stevens moves, in particular with stats and analytics, the Celtics are the new Moneyball team of the NBA.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Two for two on that trip. Cavaliers with the basketball. And the basket good at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Yes, and a foul. They'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Gordon Hayward trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 82%. The free throw good. Three-point play, and they go up early, 3-2. Shot from the lane won't go. Cruises inside for 2.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Now that's a contest.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy.
Flushes down the slam. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Fires the 3. Won't go down for J.R. Smith. Defense was all over him. Tosses. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Nothing going here on that drive. Kicks it around the perimeter to J.R. Smith. Beyond the arc for 3. To Hayward.
Be one of 2 things here.
And with the slam, Jay, perhaps that
here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going.
Now 4. He hasn't missed.
Strong contact, focusing on the rim.
Love. His first effort off the mark. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Walker to Hayward. Court Hayward. That's how it's done. That's now 5 in a row without a single miss.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Cavaliers. It'll stay Celtic basketball. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Hayward. Tristan Thompson rejects it. Add 2 points to the board.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
James rises for the slam. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Boston with the basketball. Kevin Love swats it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
LeBron into the front court. 9-point margin. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
To Hayward. Driving right to the basket. Kevin Love with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Rodney Hood. Oh, had him going there for a second. Short jumper off the mark.
Is that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking of
Hayward. The rebound taken by Cleveland. James into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. To George Hill. And a pass stolen by Boston. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
the defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
The free throw good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. That misses with 2 seconds to go. 1 quarter down in this deciding Game 7. We're back with more after this. You're watching the Eastern Conference Finals on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Ball in possession of Cleveland. LeBron James. He's now 4 for 6.
But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Tatum knocks it down from mid-range.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Deep left corner. Love. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Tatum. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Thompson. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
It was right there.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
To Jaylen Brown. To Marcus Smart. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Trying to cash in. Across the timeline comes James. Margins 8. Takes it coast to coast and the strong finish at the rim.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To James. Yes! And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. Brown into the front court. He'll run the offense. From the painted area, won't go down. To Love, working it outside. Hill. Nothing going here on that drive. Green with a shot there. Oh, and a putback.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
To Jaylen Brown. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. LeBron into the front court. They're down 3. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
To Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot. Short jumper stays out.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To James. Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
He's going to play the matchup. Brad Stevens making some moves. To Hayward. Kevin Love with a piece. Out of bounds the call. Off Kevin Love. Walker. Knocked loose. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. James to Rodney Hood for 3. Hayward the rebound. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Rodney Hood. It'll stay Celtic basketball. Walker. That's off the side of the rim. No good. LeBron with it up top. Leads just a point. Hood shot. Jeff Green. Good on the putback.
Uncle Jeff still with the bounce.
Celtics have it, and they call the foul. Careful there, Jeff.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Probing the defense. To Hayward. Cavs able to clear the rebound. LeBron into the front court. Up by 3. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
So you're just going to let him go coast to coast like that?
To Marcus Smart. Hayward to Kemba Walker.
message on that one, Ed.
Celtics have it. And too much contact.
A simple touch foul.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. And he's going to the free throw line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Kevin Love has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 82%. First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second. And a nice finish at the rim. We are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Cavaliers have themselves a narrow lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaky. Have a look at the leading scores for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Celtics are keeping things competitive.
Player of the half.
The chosen one has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
George Hill to James. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
To Hayward. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Cavs come away with it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. Smith now into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. James, rebound pulled in by Hayward. to Jaylen Brown. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
Bread and butter, and there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
To Love. Kevin Love, 3 for 6 now.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Here comes the screen. Shot by Tatum won't fall. To J.R. Smith. James. To J.R. Smith. Going to launch beyond the arc. Won't go down for J.R. Smith. Defense was all over him.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
James to Hill. Here's a chance from long range. George Hill forcing that one. Well defended. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
Jason Tatum at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. James to Love. James gets it in the left corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. Short to James. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. Brown to the basket, but his shot won't fall. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
LeBron James. Couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. Goes 2 for 2. Walker with the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going.
Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
It has been. The passing has been great, but the precision of the passing has been next level. Every pass has been delivered right in the pocket, ready for the player to either shoot or dunk the ball.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. James, defended by Joe Johnson. And finally, play is stopped on the tie-up. After the tie-up, they'll throw it up and see who gets the possession. Love. James knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
To Marcus Smart. Reset here. Let's see what they do. shot won't go. James into the front court. Up 5. To J.R. Smith. 4-3. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
LeBron guarded by Joe Johnson. Deep left corner. Off the assist.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
And a throwdown. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
Second and 3. Got it. Whoops, that won't go. Into the front court, it's Walker. The deficit now up to 5. Kevin Love sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Cavaliers have the lead. The Cavaliers start with the basketball here in the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
J.R. Smith has got 2 shots coming, shooting 66% in this contest. First try, no good. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Walker into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Cleveland has the basketball. Fires the 3. It's Hayward who grabs the rebound. Aaron Baines powers it through.
People at home, did you know that Aaron Baines played rugby growing up? He knows no other way but to be physical on the court because that's how he leaves his mark.
And finishes at the rim. Kevin Love with the stuff.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Walker. Love. Smothering D. Brown with it up top. Down 8. Now pass taken away by Cleveland.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. He'll run the offense. To Hayward. Nothing going here on that drive. Walker to Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot. Walker. Hayward. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Shakes free and hits.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Kevin Love at the line for 2 shots, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And he makes them both. Walker with the basketball. His guys trail by 10. Turns and slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
It's James controlling the offense. To Love. Good look that time, but off the mark.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Love to Rodney Hood. From long range, gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Nothing going here on that drive. Walker to Jaylen Brown. Goes to the left side. Walker. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
And the game flow in the second half is completely different than the first. That first half equals out of sight, out of mind. Way to recalibrate in the locker room and find your rhythm back on the court.
Walker. And stuffs it home.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Can't do that.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Walker. Pass stolen by the Cavs. To Love. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Boston with the basketball. Hayward unable to connect. Love to James. Lets it fly from long range. Can't connect. It's no good. Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys down 11. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Walker into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Smith to James. Fires the three. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Shot by Hayward, no good. LBJ with it. Beyond the arc for three. Not done yet to James. Hood. Rocky Hood above the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
The Cavs are victorious. They stand alone atop the Eastern Conference on their way to the NBA Finals. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
The Cavaliers have every reason to celebrate right now, but they know their job isn't done till they've made friends with that Larry O'Brien trophy. They'll be representing the East on their way to that goal. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Celtics. We're hoping for a different postseason future, but now it's about what-ifs of the past. The reality of the offseason is now upon them. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Cleveland Cavaliers looked very impressive today, especially when it came to capitalizing on their own missed shots. The way they kept extending possessions wore out the D and earned them the win.
Player of the game.
LeBron James was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Cavaliers. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.